Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of developing an e-commerce web application. Today we will be discussing about developing a forgot password add-on for sign-in process. So you all may have seen in many sites there is an option called forgot password to use if you can't remember your registered password. So today we are talking about a similar scenario. So here you all can see the sign-in page of our e-commerce web application called eShop. Here you have to give your registered email address and password to sign in. And for example, let's say a customer is trying to sign in but he cannot remember his password that he gave when registering to the web application. So in case of that, I have added a forgot password option here. So to use this forgot password option, you will have to give your registered email address. Here I'll give my email address here, and let's say I can't remember my password, so then I will have to give the forgot password option here. So if I press this, you can see we get an alert called verification code has sent successfully, please check your email. So now a verification code has gone to our email. So now if I give OK here, the model is getting open here saying to enter the new password and retype the password. So here I have validated the data here. If I keep the new password field empty here and give reset, we can see that we get an alert saying please enter the new password you want to change the password to. So if you all see the database here, you can see I have given a password here. So I'll give a different password in our forgot password model. I'll give numbers saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can view the password here. And if I give reset password without entering the data for other fields, we get an alert saying please re-enter the new password. So now I will have to re-enter the new password again. And if I give reset password without entering the verification code, we again get another alert saying please enter the verification code that was sent to the given email. So if I check my email, here you can see I have got my verification code in an email. So I'll copy the verification code from here and paste it in the verification code field. And now if I give the reset button, you can see we get an alert saying password updated successfully. So now if I give my new password, we can sign in to our web application. So you can see that I now can log into my web application and we are directed to the home page. So if we check the database here, we can see that the password hasn't been changed, and now if I refresh it, you can see the password gets changed here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have checked it practically. Let's have a look at the backend code, how the process is done. So you can see this is a section that includes the process of signing. There the structure of the sign-in box is coded, and in here you can see I have added division here, and in it I have added an anchor tag called forgot password, and if we click on it, I have set to execute a function called forgot password So let's check what have I told to execute in forgot password function. So for that, let's go to the JavaScript side. Here you can see I have coded the forgot password function, and here you can see I have held the email used to sign in by a variable called email, and you can see through the method called Ajax I have sent the data to the file called forgot password process.php. Here I have sent the value of the email. So let's go to the forgot password process file. Here you all can see that I have added a file called connection.php, which includes the connection to the database, where the connection to the database is maintained. In it, I have created a singleton connection to the database. Therefore, we can add one connection to the database instead of adding many connections to the database. So below it, I have added 3 files such as smtp.php, phpmailer, and exception.php. So basically, these files are responsible for the email sending part, which we use to send verification code to the users who use the forgot password option. And below it, you all can see I have given an if else condition here, and I have said here to check whether an email is set in our email input field, and I have said to store it in the variable called $email, and I have given a search query here to check whether the inserted email is in our database, and if it is in our database, then to check the number of rows which are selected. Then I have given another if condition here and said to check whether is the number of rows equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, then I have said to generate a unique code using the function called unique ID, which we use as the verification code. And below it, I have said to update the verification code column of the row where the given email is the primary key. And here I have set up the email sending part, where I have used this email to send the verification code to other users' emails. And here in the body content section, you all can see I have added the content as your verification code is, and sent the verification code, and I have added a color to our text. And below it, I have said to check whether the email is not sent. If it is not sent, then to echo verification code sending failed, or else to echo success. And below it, I have said to echo invalid email address if the email address we enter isn't there in our database, and if the email field is empty, then to echo please enter your email field. And now if we give a fake email address which isn't there in our database, such as I'll give this. And if I click the forgot password option, we get a message saying that this email is an invalid email address. So likewise, if we go back to the index.php file, we can see that I have given an on-click to execute the function called reset password after clicking the reset button to reset the password for the new one. So let's check the JavaScript side. Here you can see that I have held the email, the new password, the retype new password and the verification code by variables, and created a form and appended those values and sent them to the file called resetpasswordprocess.php through the method called ajax by post method. Now if we check the file called resetpasswordprocess.php, we can see that I have once again included our connection.php file, which maintains the connection to the database, and below it you can see I have held the email, the new password and the retyped new password and the verification code by variables, and below it you can see I have added data validations here and checked if whether the email is empty, then to echo please enter your registered email address, and check whether the length is below 100 and is it in the right format, and check whether the new password is empty, and if it is empty please enter the new password you want to change the password to is echoed, and likewise I have checked whether the verification code is empty, and below it you can see I have checked whether the new password entered and the retyped password are not equal, and if it isn't equal then to echo password does not match, but if it is equal then I have set to search whether the given email address is in the database and the given verification code is in the database, and I have checked the number of rows we get as the result and given an if condition here, and checked whether the number of rows is equal to 1, and if it is equal to 1 then I have set to update the password to the retyped password here where the given email address is the primary key, and to echo success, or else to echo invalid email address or verification code. And if we go to the script.js file, we can see I have given an if-else condition here and checked whether the response is success, and if it is success then to alert password updated successfully, or else I have set to alert the response, which will show what's the error. So likewise the video comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all learned something from this video.